What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 Deity Europe Air Only Battle. The map is starting to actually fill up with plenty of really good units. You can see Austria starting to fill up with some mobile SAMs, etc. You know, we're seeing some very strong civs in the late game. We're entering the late game now. We're in the end game now, I guess. Good phrase to use. But it feels like it's all about to start. All these huge wars, they're so close. And it's coming. It's very exciting. It's just when. I feel like it's just going to take one to trigger the rest of them. See, at the moment, there's still a few big ones ongoing. Russia versus the Goths is the notable huge one. Belgium might get eliminated if they're not careful. Other big. No, they're not at war. I don't know why I thought something was going on. Is Sweden. Something happened with Sweden, didn't it? I can't remember. No, they're fine for now. But yeah, beyond that, the Goths losing another city there to Russia. I think that's not for the first time. They have lost it a couple of times. The Songhai piecing out with the Vandals. Portugal will probably eliminate them fairly soon. The Garamantes against Carthage is the other main one, and Byzantium might get eliminated by Greece. Austria does complete the Manhattan Project, so there you go, another civ. With, putting their stake forward, they might have a nuke fairly soon. Obviously still a way off Morocco and Arabia, who are out there in front at the moment, leading pretty comfortably, but not doing anything, which is obviously good news to the other civs of the world. Currently, Arabia is not in a war. Same for Morocco. They just sat there, biding their time. Both of them in pretty similar positions. They're sort of surrounded by two other civs. Morocco can go after Portugal or the Songhai. They have to go after one of them, basically. And Arabia is pretty similar. They have to go after Assyria or Mercuria. So it's probably a bit harder for Arabia than it is in theory. Yeah, definitely harder for them, but we'll see what happens. Morocco has not done anything for a very long time. Maybe they're happy. I guess in theory, in like Morocco's head, on whatever the AI is judging it by conquering all the capitals, so I don't know if it's the best way, but Morocco's obviously judging that they are winning, probably, that sort of thing. Obviously maybe now they're second, but for the most time they were winning, and that they haven't needed to do anything, and obviously maybe that will change now, because they finally might actually have to do some work for once, and they're doing nothing. I'm guessing surely we're going to see something soon. But yeah, not looking good for the Goths. They still have 4 cities left. I mean, they're still pretty, if the war ended here, you wouldn't, the Goths would still be stronger than a lot of civs across the map. But yeah, it's not looking good for them. Wouldn't be surprised if maybe Attila throws his hat in there very soon, joins in, picks off the rest of the units, and makes this a very difficult time for the Goths. Portugal, what are you doing? Why is your turn taking so long? There we go. That was like 30 seconds just for Portugal. That was ridiculous. But there we go. That's what it's going to be. Right, Sweden's turn, Armenia's turn. Armenia's denounced Rome. Armenia and Mercuria are now friends. That's nice for them. Good job, guys. Good of you to be friends. Soviet Union. How are they looking at the moment? They've also completed the Manhattan Project, neck and neck with Austria right there. Same turn. They do share fairly small border. There you go. 2 very powerful civs towards the northern half of the map. Austria is obviously, the bottom of Austria is literally like the middle line of the map, if you draw the line across the middle. I think. I don't know exactly. I'm guessing off the number just here. It seems like this would be a good midpoint across the map, sort of through the middle of France, just north of Italy, and then, yeah, sort of across Crimea. I feel like the map makes it look like it's a really good line. It may not actually be the best line. And then vertical-wise, I'd say it's sort of straight down Norway, somewhere down here, like through Stockholm, Vienna. That sort of is probably the middle this way. Maybe it's a bit more to the east. A few more cities taking some damage here, and I think one just fell, but it might have been this one, so I think we're good. Don't think we missed anything. I think we're alright. Oh, the Goths grabbed their city back, sorry. That's what happened. They do go last, so that would make sense. I think they go last. Okay, Belgium in big trouble. France, I don't think, is at war with Belgium. Switzerland might be. They have a unit in there. The UK are the ones doing, I think, a lot. I don't know who's doing this damage. Yeah, I'm a bit... Oh! I think it's this. Okay, Switzerland should grab this then. Which is going to add to border gore. But there you go. Yeah, Switzerland with the artillery. I was wondering how on earth was it so low? Like, there's no British planes or anything, and it's not coastal. There you go. That's how it's so low. Russia once again recaptures Gothis Kanza, they'll probably lose it again by the look of it. Songhai v Carthage obviously doesn't matter. Greece v Carthage is pretty big, but obviously Greece at the moment not having much luck against Byzantium so far, so I don't know, maybe they're biting off more than they can chew, but that will obviously help out the Garamantes. It's someone else maybe going up against some of Carthage's units, being a bit of a distraction. That should help the Garamantes out a little bit here. Will Carthage retake the city of Gades? Maybe? Yep, there we go. That falls back again. This is quite an interesting, exciting war between these two. Whoever loses it is finished. Like, that is for certain, because obviously the winner's going to be looking quite strong all of a sudden, especially the Garamantes if they win. Then yeah, Carthage, whatever they're left with, is not going to be that strong. I'm sure Greece, Rome, Portugal might be eyeing it up. Portugal not having much luck against the Vandals there. You can see it's in the green. Maybe they'll do a lot more this turn. We'll find out. That's probably why Portugal's turn takes so long. The rest of Armenia is clinging on for now. It's looking a bit, thin on the units now. A lot more archaeologists than units all of a sudden. But yeah, the Huns just they want Armenia. They're not interested in Russia. And I mean, they're not going to have the choice for much longer. If the Goths were to completely fall, then they won't really have a choice apart from Assyria or Russia, who you're going to go after. Carthage pieced out with Morocco. Nothing happened in that one really, since they're cut off from each other. The final gap on the map is sort of slowly closing in. Just this tiny little bit of desert. Mercuria will get it all. They're getting a bit more of this desert. Obviously it doesn't really add much. If there's a city nearby that can use the base yield, then they'll get that, which I think that's fine, because, it's a bit harsh on some of the really not coastal, but next to the mountain capitals. Moscow's a good example. Like, that's a bit harsh, that they do lose all these eastern tiles. So, they still get the yields. They've managed to get a cavalry through. No settlers yet, so we're all fine. Nothing too bad. Denmark's still up here, just enjoying their small corner for themselves. They've got this city up to 14 population, which is fairly good. And Belgium has been eliminated. Another civ leaves us from this game. And Switzerland capture Brussels. Britain is not at war with Switzerland, but I think this might just sort of push maybe a France and Rome coalition sort of thing against Switzerland. I could see that happening, and that might be it for Switzerland at that point. Rome have struggled by themselves. But yeah, and Austria is obviously still trying to get at them as well. Rome and Great Britain, interesting team-up effort against the Songhai. Doesn't matter too much, but there you go. I mean, we might see Rome and Britain team up on someone else. That would be obviously the future there, which could be quite interesting. There we go. That's not that city. It is in the yellow. But this city falls again to the Garamantes. And the Goths, once again, take back Gothis Kanza. But Russia surely will start to whittle through those units, and it will soon not be possible to take it back again. As we move into the third turn of the episode, Arabia, France, nothing exciting from those two. I'm going to try to keep up. So France, research agreement, France and Austria. So those two probably won't be going to war anytime soon if they've got a research agreement. That is really not selling good news for Switzerland, isn't it? France and Austria may be friends. Could definitely see France and Rome teaming up on Switzerland. Maybe Great Britain's friends with Rome. Yeah, it's not looking great for Switzerland at the moment. They might be the next. I said this region needs to merge into a few less powers, have a few more bigger blobs emerging, and this might be it. Sorry, I've just absolutely smashed my desk around. There we go. Spain and Portugal could probably do with a war as well, but Portugal's too scared of Morocco, and I think Spain is trying to get back stuff from France. They're not focusing on what would be useful. They're going after what... just going back after stuff. To be fair, Portugal's got some huge cities compared to Spain. I mean, this one's only at 4, for example. We've got 19, 29, 21. Yes, but Portugal probably do actually have the advantage now. Well, they definitely have the advantage, but I guess that's not what I mean. Austria, Byzantium, their turns. Greece still yet to conquer this city. They're so close. I feel like they should be able to do it. They do have some artillery down here, but it's not really helping them out. No progress from Assyria. No, these two just ignoring each other for now. Keeping it civil. No, Assyria. Obviously, Assyria, it could be bad. Their units are so far away. Looking over this way. I mean, they have plenty down here now, but yeah, it could. Arabia might have the advantage that they can just put them all in a long line, and Assyria's got to spread out a bit more. Whereas Arabia's boxed in the corner. It's coming, and it's going to be brutal. Whoever goes first is obviously an advantage. Specifically Arabia with all the guided missiles. Assyria doesn't really have the air power to match up. They have 10 planes. Arabia's got more around the 50, 60, 70 mark maybe. Oh my goodness, hang on. Not 12, 23, no, 22, 28, 34, 36, 45, 51, 56, 66, 76. 76 planes for Arabia. That is absurd. Most of them are guided missiles, but either way, that is still going to be a devastating first turn. I mean, when there's like 50 guided missiles, you know. Obviously, one is not particularly the most threatening unit in the world, but 50 of them is definitely a little bit more scary. Spain is maybe going to grab this back. Sadly, all of these units are submarines and won't be able to help out, but it's the effort that counts, I guess. Not really. AI is terrible. You need to be doing better. Spain has just entered the atomic era, though, so a little bit of credit for them. Small slither, little pinch, but yeah, not a major amount for them. How are the Scandinavian civs doing? Haven't given them much attention. Sweden is looking pretty good at the moment. Obviously no real wars, and the Vandals have been eliminated by Portugal, so they now border Carthage. There you go. Yeah, Norway's looking pretty good. Plenty of boats out this way in the Atlantic. The UK is not quite ready for that if that was to ever break out, although they do now have some planes, which is good timing for them. They just missed out. Actually, I think they had those already, but they were just hidden away. Or Denmark. But yeah, Norway's obviously got a lot. I think they have the most cities in the world. That might have changed now, but I think they did at one point have the most, which is quite impressive. Assyria is probably ahead of them now. I don't know if that, I can't remember to be honest, but maybe. Soviets v Byzantium, doesn't matter. Same for Great Britain. I'm sure it is Greece that will be the biggest influence on anything happening in that one. Nice water. Got to do a lot of recording. We're putting out a lot of videos at the moment. Hopefully you're enjoying them all. I'm enjoying making them, so hopefully you're enjoying watching them. It seems to be the views have gone, and watch time have gone way up. And obviously, maybe the circumstances would explain that. But yeah, we're almost getting twice as many views. We've had twice as many views in the last 48 hours that we were maybe a week, or maybe not even a week. I guess a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, it's like doubled. So that's fantastic. And obviously I took a break, like not a break, but when the series previous to these ones messed up, like 3-4 weeks ago, the numbers were really low because there was no videos for a week. So now my stats are like, you're doing amazing. So there's always a nice little boost in there. So obviously it's not super amazing. It's just there was a week of like nothing where it was like 100 a day. And now we're seeing nearly 1,000 a day. I think we nearly hit 1,000 a day for the first time yesterday. Although when you're seeing this, I don't know, probably like 3 days ago. But that's pretty cool. Russia v Mercuria and Rome Byzantium. Neither of those particularly, again, super important. Right now, Greece is having to defend from Carthage. We'll see how that goes. Austria is actually trying to go after Switzerland. Not sure it's going to work out for them. You never know, it's losing a bit of health. Planes would have helped, but they don't have any. At this point in time, anyway. We'll see what happens. See, I think the world's getting very peaceful. And they've had plenty of time. Mercuria piecing out the Huns. A lot of civs getting out of wars. Or just eliminating their small little issues they were having. Getting rid of the civs. And I think soon we're going to see some big wars break out. I think there's a lot of civs with a lot of units being built up. And they're just waiting for some moments of weakness. You know, if Russia get weak enough, would Austria and the Soviets team up? That's the one sort of scenario I haven't thought about in this whole war. I spoke about Austria v the Soviets, and obviously Russia could have joined either side of that. In theory, I was more worried for Austria, but I mean, if they joined against the Soviets, that'd be pretty bad. But yeah, I never really thought of Austria and the Soviets actually joining up and putting Russia under pressure. That'd be interesting, because obviously Russia are a lot stronger now. Even though they lost Novgorod in that recent war, they've now gained like 5 new cities. It's not as big of an issue, or 4 I think at the moment. Assyria v Mercuria. and Assyria, Babylon. Okay, so Babylon is dead. I mean, they're already well on their way from Greece, but yeah, that is that is definitely sort of the end for them. And Assyria, Mercuria is a surprise. I mean, yeah, this is going to fall. Thebes is probably going to fall because it's coastal. Actually, they might lose all their coastal cities. It's a bit worrying. But yeah, Assyria taking the plunge. And there we go. It's forcing some of the other civs to maybe commit to it. Morocco, finally, will go after the Songhai. Let's see how much damage they do. Will they use a nuke? They might use one on Nyeni here, just because it's the only place they can get without actually nuking themselves. But that is, yeah, very much unexpected. But we get it. And boom, that city there goes straight into the red. Not too much damage. They've pushed in, killed a few units. It looks like there's a lot of Songhai units, but I think Morocco's actually going to clear this up pretty quickly. Like, it's going to be... It will look like it started slow for a few turns, and then like with the snap of the finger, all 4 cities will be gone. That's my sort of prediction down there. Mercuria and Assyria. Assyria is obviously trying to cut off Arabia entirely. It's a bold strategy. And I mean, going after Byzantium at the same time, I think they can definitely handle that. So that is another good move. And then obviously maybe just go for Greece. I don't know. I guess, yeah, just try conquer the Mediterranean. If you can keep Arabia at bay and they don't want to attack you, then you've sort of won at life, haven't you? Because you can just do what you want from that point. We'll see Norway and Austria now, friends. Interesting friendship emerging between those two. Okay, right. Armenia. Oh my goodness, why is this still going on? Come on, Armenia and the Huns. Peace out. I'm going to turn these resource icons off. Turn them on for my Let's Play. I'll forget. They'll be on at some points. They won't at others. I try to turn them off for this just because it is nice to see, but there's just so many units anyway. It just makes it even more messy than it already is, and that's not ideal. So let's reduce the mess. Confused enough as it is. Oh yeah, the Goths are not having as much luck taking this back anymore, which is concerning. It means they're probably in a bit of trouble now. But here we go, next turn. Let's see, are Arabia going to respond? Assyria, Morocco, some of their biggest contenders, made big moves, but nothing as of yet from Arabia. I think there was a denouncement in there, let me just check. Denounce Mercuria, so Arabia is probably going to hop on the... If Assyria starts doing really well against Mercuria, I imagine Arabia will come in, they'll divide that up between themselves as well. Dongola down there, 31 population. All of these cities pretty big. Heliopolis, 23. Nuri and Quasar Ibrim, 15. 16. Thebes is a 15 as well. So that's going to be quite big ones. Let's see what Russia can do this turn. Probably quite a bit of damage if they choose to. My eyes are on that city in the north. Yeah, it goes and loses about a quarter of its health, and the capital also takes a few hits. So it's not really been a great episode of improvement for the Goths situation. It's been a great one for Russia's. They have really turned... It was looking bad for them when the couple of losses to the Soviets starting to, mount up. But now, Russia has just gone for broke. Something I'd like the AI to do more, and just unleashed fury down south. And obviously, they're very exposed. Like, the Soviet Union could rip through them in the north right now, but they've taken the gamble. It's worked for them. Maybe there's also a peace treaty in play. I'm not exactly sure how long they are, etc. And there you go. Syria does capture their first city of this conquest. And they already put Thebes in the yellow, and there's so many boats. A lot of them are submarines, but still, there is some destroyers there. There you go. They conquer that small city, another coastal Mediterranean one. And they extend their border with the Arabians. And they should get Thebes probably next turn. They also started an attack on this city. They didn't do too much, but I think their planes maybe had a little look. So Greece, if you want to get this city, it's kind of now or never. Because if not, Assyria will probably beat you to it. Morocco, don't conquer anything, but there you go. Now 2 cities with very low health, and it's not looking bright for the Songhai, is it here? Not looking ideal. It's not even 1900 yet. There you go, Morocco. We finally get to see how capable they are, and I guess the speed that they conquer this is going to show us should the other civs be scared of them or not. Because if they can get ripped through this incredibly quickly, then yeah, that is not going to be ideal for the other civs. And there's plenty of units that are not down here as well. Like, there's probably as many... They're more spaced out, but there's probably as many not on that front line as there is down there. There's still plenty of planes up this way as well, keeping an eye on Portugal, who are pretty busy at the moment. They are not at war with Carthage as far as I'm aware, but there you go. Could happen at some point. Wallachia still going. Not really much to say about them. I don't have much faith for them. The mountains that have saved them will probably spare them from Russia for a bit longer. Greece clearly isn't brave enough to go after them. They actually have similar technology somehow, despite Greece being massive in comparison. But there you go. I guess you can play tall or wide. I don't know which one's which. I think Valencia are playing tall. I don't know, but you can do well if you do the right things as a small civ. You can still do it, but it doesn't really make sense. Like, I know it's more expensive when you have more cities, but Greece has so much more population, so it doesn't really make sense. Russia's pieced out with the Goths and given us some nice border gore. They attacked these two cities and decided to take the one in the middle instead. And that'll be the end of this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.